Award. I'm the Program Manager for Water Action Volunteers, aka WAVE, for those of you who aren't sure how to pronounce the WAVE part. WAVE is a statewide volunteer stream monitoring program, a partnership of UW-Madison Extension, Wisconsin DNR, and over 40 partners around the state who coordinate local stream monitoring groups. WAVE volunteers monitor temperature, water clarity, dissolved oxygen, stream flow, and macroinvertebrates. They also help monitor water chemistry, including total phosphorus, conduct fish habitat assessments, and report on aquatic invasive species. In 2023, over 500 volunteers monitored 600 stream sites across 54 counties. And with over 45,000 miles of perennial wadable streams in Wisconsin, WAVE volunteers play a critical role expanding on the work of our biologists, ensuring that more of our waters can be monitored regularly and stewarded. So this year we didn't have any WAVE volunteers reach our 20-year monitoring milestone. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into our Wisconsin Stream Monitoring Awards. So UW Extension and Wisconsin DNR are very pleased to announce the recipients of the 2023 Wisconsin Stream Monitoring Awards. These awards recognize individuals and groups for their exemplary efforts in support of volunteer stream monitoring, stream and river stewardship, and for their commitment to developing partnerships, sharing their skills and water quality data to benefit Wisconsin streams and rivers. Award recipients are nominated by their peers and selected by a committee of Extension and DNR staff from around the state. And this year we had a lot of nominees, and I am pleased to present 4 award recipients tonight. And I did want to note too, we have a special award we're giving out this year, handmade pottery tiles designed by an artist, Heidi Hankley, who is a WAVE volunteer herself. And the tiles are really special. They depict a pebbly stream, these are in her own words, a pebbly stream fringed by grasses, marsh marigold with a 12-spotted skimmer dragonfly, damselfly larva, crayfish, and finally a caddisfly larva in a stick casing. Whew, yeah, she fit a lot on there. So first, I'd like to present an award for Outstanding Volunteer to Karen Doyle for her many years and many hours supporting the Volunteer Stream Monitoring and Outreach Program in Waukesha County. So let's pause now to watch a short video about Karen.
Karen Doyle, Outstanding Volunteer. Karen Doyle has been a WAVE volunteer since 2021 and supported WAVE for 15 years prior to retiring from her job with Waukesha County. Karen volunteers over 6 hours every month, monitoring over 15 stream sites year-round, including sites on the Fox River and the Pewaukee River. Annalise Smith, a supervisor in the Land and Resources Division of Waukesha County, said, "With Karen's expertise and positive attitude, her volunteer efforts have saved the department an abundance of staff time and has ensured the WAVE program continues to go on strong." Her dedication to the WAVE program extends beyond monthly baseline nutrient and conductivity monitoring, as she regularly assists with school field experiences, giving kids from Eagleville Elementary an opportunity to experience water monitoring and macroinvertebrate identification in Jericho Creek. In addition, she regularly conducts outreach at local events and helps with WAVE training in the spring, as well as Waukesha County's annual Volunteer Appreciation event. Karen also helps new WAVE volunteers with their first site visit and participates in Snapshot Day each year to search for aquatic invasive species. Jane Jenks, her nominator and a conservation specialist who is the WAVE coordinator for Waukesha County, said, "I would like to shine the spotlight on her in appreciation for all she has done for the stream monitoring program in Waukesha County."
All right, please join me in welcoming Karen to the stage.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to receive this award. Thanks, Jane.
All right. For our next recipient, I'd like to present an award for Outstanding Volunteer Group to the Rush River Macroinvertebrate Team for their detailed work designing and implementing a macroinvertebrate survey project for the Rush River and its tributaries in Pierce County. Let's pause to watch a short video.
Rush River Macroinvertebrate, Outstanding Volunteer Group. The Rush River Biotic Survey volunteers, including Carl Nelson, Clark Gary, David Drewski, Kent Johnson, Mark Pierenboom, Matt Klein, Mitch Abbott, James Souter, and Cindy Nelson are this year's Outstanding Volunteer Group. In 2022, Carl, the project coordinator, noticed the lack of in-depth information about aquatic macroinvertebrates in the Rush River watershed, a beloved trout stream that spans St. Croix and Pierce counties. So he began working with the DNR and put out a call for volunteers. After the local team of volunteers familiar with the river and its tributaries was assembled, they sought out information on proper macroinvertebrate collection, preservation, and indexing methods to best characterize the watershed. In 2023, the team visited 16 stream sites, collected macroinvertebrates, and shipped samples to UW-Superior for analysis. As an added component of the project, the team also worked with DNR stream ecologist Mike Miller to test 2 different methods of the WAVE program's Volunteer Biotic Index to compare to the lab analyzed samples. Not only does their work contribute to the long-term data for the Rush River, but it also helps examine the effectiveness of current citizen science methods compared to the intricate Hilsenhoff Biotic Index scores produced by a lab. Retta Isaacson, water quality planner and WAVE coordinator for the Pierce County Land Conservation Department, said, "I am amazed by this group for the fun community of insect identification, for the stakeholders they've involved, and for the professional level of data they dedicated the time to create. The group's efforts will provide a wealth of new data on invertebrate species in the watershed for the supporting Trout Unlimited chapters and for all those who care deeply about the future of the Rush River."
All right, please welcome Carl Nelson, the project coordinator.
Thank you, Katie. What a great honor. And this is my first convention. I didn't realize it was going to be such a glitzy event. I knew I should have gotten a haircut, but we had a great group of volunteers, and the Rush is a great trout stream, so we want to keep it that way. And if anyone is in the neighborhood in our neck of the woods, please look me up and I'll give you a tour. Thank you.
All right. Up next, I'd like to present an award for Outstanding Coordinator to Bob Jazwowski for his work with the Central Wisconsin Trout Unlimited Riverkeepers, coordinating and expanding volunteer stream monitoring across many counties and local watersheds in central Wisconsin. Let's watch a short video about Bob.
Bob Jazwowski, Outstanding Coordinator. Bob Jazwowski is a true leader in Wisconsin stream monitoring and is a recipient of this year's Outstanding Volunteer Coordinator Award. John Tucker, a board member of Central Wisconsin Trout Unlimited, reflected on Bob's leadership, explaining that in 2015, when the need suddenly arose, Bob stepped up and took on the role of coordinator of the Central Wisconsin Riverkeepers. He quickly expanded membership and the number of monitoring sites to safeguard local waters. For the last 8 years, Bob has supported over 100 stream monitoring volunteers and 30 monitoring teams annually across 5 counties, and he has tirelessly worked to provide ongoing communication, training sessions, fall wrap-up meetings, and guidance for the CWTU teams. His nominators wrote that he works year-round planning and fostering valuable partnerships, including reviewing local monitoring plans with the local DNR stream biologist. Longtime WAVE volunteers Frank and Lynn Drucke describe Bob's dedication to his volunteer teams as truly exemplary. We thank Bob for his remarkable leadership and dedication to protecting central Wisconsin's rivers and streams.
All right, let's welcome Bob to the stage.
Well, thank you, Katie, and thank you, Emily. The support that we get, Central Wisconsin Trout Unlimited, for our Riverkeepers WAVE group is outstanding, and they ought to get the award for their support. So it makes this easy, the whole process of what we're doing with the kind of support that we get. Now, it may seem a little odd. I spent 40 years in career in electrical engineering, that I may with the pursuit of water monitoring, but I assure you there is a connection. I still have a passion for the flow of current. I view every rock in a stream as a resistor and every dam as a capacitor. Thank you.
That is brilliant. And finally, though she couldn't be here to receive her award this evening, she'll be here tomorrow. I'd like to present an award for Outstanding Coordinator as well to Jessica Orlovsky, one of our new WAVE coordinators in 2023, for her dedication to expanding volunteer stream monitoring and education in Kenosha County and beyond. So let's watch her short video as well.
Jessica Orlovsky, Outstanding Coordinator. As a professor and researcher at UW-Parkside, Dr. Jessica Orlovsky has ignited a passion for stream monitoring in countless students and encourages people of all ages to explore the wonders of freshwater ecosystems. Since becoming a WAVE coordinator in Kenosha County in 2023, Jessica has put the same earnest effort into the program as she does with all her commitments. Her students who submitted her nomination said she wants nothing more than to see everyone around her succeed and flourish just like the freshwater system she loves and studies. To grow volunteer stream monitoring in the local community, Jessica connected with local organizations, including Root Pike Wind and the Hawthorne Hollow Nature Sanctuary, and worked with Kenosha County Parks to add more monitoring sites in the Pike River watershed. She also started a project with her students to take high-quality photos of macroinvertebrates to develop teaching and identification tools that can be used by stream monitoring volunteers and freshwater sciences students for years to come. Her mentorship of her students in freshwater conservation and her dedication to community education and monitoring projects inspired her student, Farron Bujan, to remark, "Dr. Orlovsky has committed her life to freshwater conservation with both action and education."
All right, let's give a round of applause for Jessica. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and recognizing our stream monitoring volunteers. So we are going to transition now to the Lake Stewardship Awards, and I'd like to welcome Eric Olson to the stage to tell us about the history of the awards and changes that have been made over the years.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone. I do have a couple of things that I'm going to try and cover before we get right into the awards, because these awards have been evolving a little bit over time, and I want to make sure people are on kind of the same page as I am about what we're trying to accomplish with the Stewardship Awards. The partnership presents the Wisconsin Lake Stewardship Awards each year in celebration of the extraordinary volunteer and professional efforts made to protect and improve lakes in Wisconsin. These awards represent our best collective effort to honor and celebrate all the collective work that goes into ensuring the future of our state's legacy of lakes. Now, these awards go back, not quite 50 years, but about 35 years ago, we started distributing these awards. And we've been celebrating all of you, the outstanding lake stewards, in different categories over time. This has include things like individuals, organized groups. There was a time when it was small groups and large groups. There was youth awards, educator awards, and business awards. But this is the third year that the categories have really tried to reflect the importance of organizational work and projects which individuals and lake organizations are involved in. We really want to recognize those who are strengthening their community capacity with the goal of protecting and improving lake health. So what do we mean by capacity? I'm putting on my professor hat here for a little bit. Our model of lake organization capacity is really built on these four parts you see in the diagram: membership, internal functions, external relationships, and programs. Membership at the bottom of the pyramid is really the base for the other three. You need to have members who join your group, who pay dues, and you also need a community out there of educated stakeholders that you can recruit new members from. So outreach and education is really vital for the base of a water organization. Internal functions sounds kind of nerdy, but internal functions is how do you operate? How do you operate internally? What are the things that you do just to kind of take care of the own affairs of a lake district or a lake association? These things can sometimes be boring, but they're very important. You have to pay attention to how you're operating. Organizations also develop external relational capacity, working with other people, collaborating, networking with external people and groups all across maybe a watershed, maybe in the community, maybe even beyond issues related to water resources. Maybe you're working on things related to fire and EMS in your community. How do you collaborate with other people? This is important. There's a saying that goes, if you want to travel fast, you go alone. And if you want to travel far, you go together. We want to reward groups that that recognize we have a long way to go and we have to go together. Groups, whether it's a lake association, a lake district, or other types of lake groups, they leverage all these first three things to really get to the top of the pyramid, getting things done, taking care of the lake. Maybe it's restoring the lake, maybe it's protecting the lake, but your programmatic capacity is built on these other three parts. So what we've done is we've rejiggered the categories to reflect this. And we understand that organizational capacity is going to look different across hundreds of lake groups because you're all facing unique challenges and you all have a unique community to draw from. We kind of intend for these awards to be really agnostic as to how big your organization is, how big your lake is. It really is about how well are you taking on the challenges that you face. So with that in mind, we have these three categories. There's the Excellence in Public Engagement Award, addressing the base of that pyramid. It's to recognize a group that has taken steps to increase public understanding and engagement for support of lake issues and opportunities. The award winner from this category gets forwarded on to the North American Lake Management Society to be considered in their International Community Education and Outreach Award. The second award is the Excellence in Building Partnerships Award. This category, again, looks at groups that have helped an organization develop new or maybe strengthen existing external relationships to the benefit of their lake or watershed. And then finally, the top of the pyramid award is the Programmatic Excellence for Lake Health Award. This recognizes the groups who excel in programs that improve the quality of our lakes due to the effective program implementation, carrying things out. Program implementation in this category would need to go above and beyond and have some measurable impact. This award winner is also forwarded to NALMS, the North American Lake Management Society, to be considered for their lake management success stories. And I want to point something out. This was an idea that the team had, the Lakes Partnership, that we would advance these people to international competition. And now we're 2 years running in winning North American Lake Management Society awards. So yes. What we're trying to do there is put all the other states on notice that Wisconsin means business around these lakes. And I'm pleased to say that we have amongst us Floyd Schmidt, who was recognized just last year at the NALMS conference. Floyd, could you stand up? Where's he at? There he is. Now, we also have a fourth award, and this is the Excellence in Professional Service Award. We've brought this category back to celebrate, and we really want to help recognize staff and professionals who also fuel the Wisconsin Lakes Partnership, and I'll talk briefly about that in a moment. So, the selection process. We recruit you all to give us nominations. We expect nominations from peers. We also expect nominations from DNR staff, from county staff. The nomination process is quite open, and we usually then would leave the window open for nominees to be considered in multiple years. So it's not like if you don't win 1 year, you're done. We actually carry over the 2022 and 2023 nominations as well as the new ones for 2024. We have a team of reviewers. We recruit volunteers to help rank these, kind of like ranking the Lakes Protection Grants. And we look at all these and try to come up with a fair score. We also take into consideration whether or not people have been doing work to strive to include diversity, equity, inclusion in their work, because we really believe that if we can find those examples and celebrate them, we'll know that our collective action to protect and restore lakes is more effective when we bring different and diverse perspectives to the table. So at this stage, I want to just recognize the new nominees. So these are the people that were just added to the nominations. I'm going to have a list here of names. I'm going to call out the names, but please hold your applause until I've worked my way through this entire list. There were 25 nominees total considered in 2024 over these 4 categories, and only 11 of them were new categories, or I'm sorry, new nominees. So as we call your name, will the new nominees please stand, but hold your applause, and then we'll applaud all these people at the end. So we have Carrie Ramsa from the Pelican Lake Association, John Moyles from JNR Aquatic Rescue, Jeff Meisman from the Last Wilderness Alliance, Steve Johnson from the Fish Lake Property Owners Association, Kurt and Amy Klebe from the Boot Lake Improvement Association, Dave Mueller from the Eagle River Chain of Lakes Association, Robert Hagi from the Lake Catherine Association, the Big Doctor Lake Association, the Waterways Association of Menominee and Shawano County, WAMSCO, and Carrie Littleton from the Forest County Land and Water Office, and Tracy Arnold from the Portage County Land and Water Office. Please, if I just called you out, stand and let's recognize these new nominees. Now, so this year, for the first time in a few years, we're going back to awarding the Excellence in Professional Service Awards. And this is the first time since the pandemic. And really, this category stands aside from the other three categories because we're trying to recognize people who do this for a living. These are career professionals who have followed their calling to ensure that our lakes, rivers, and watersheds are healthy and protected. Due to that pause that we took kind of around the pandemic and giving this award out, we created something of a dilemma in that we started getting something of a backlog of nominations, and we didn't want to unfairly overlook people who rightly would have earned this award. So I've taken the liberty of bending the space-time continuum a little bit, and we're actually going to give out 2 of these awards. So bear with me here. Our 2023 award winner was nominated by colleagues for her tireless work on behalf of Wisconsin's aquatic ecosystems. Over the course of nearly 20 years working with the Wisconsin DNR, Michelle Nault has steadily risen the ranks, and this award is in recognition of her time as a researcher, a field biologist, and as the statewide lakes and river ecologist. Michelle is adept at working with people. She gently but effectively educates Wisconsin DNR staff and other lake partners across the state in the newest research and management techniques. She strengthens the lake partnership's capacity by building on these relationships, getting to know professionals and interested citizens throughout the state, and giving them concrete tools to help them make decisions. Another nominator said, Michelle's steady quest to substantially further the understanding of aquatic invasive species and their impacts on aquatic habitat through objective, long-term study is impressive. Michelle has always had a knack for sharing her vast amount of knowledge with laypersons and fellow natural resource professionals alike. Whether she's presenting research at a state or national conference or just visiting with people at the Wisconsin Lakes Partnership Convention, she is always helping people better understand lakes. Now that she has been hired as the Wisconsin DNR's Lakes and Rivers Section Chief, Michelle will be a regular part of these stewardship awards going forward. Please, all of you, join me in thanking and recognizing Michelle Nault for the 2023 Excellence and Professional Service Award, and she's going to announce the 2024 winner.
Well, thank you all. I'm incredibly humbled and honored to be receiving this award tonight. And I'm also really excited and optimistic about my new role as the Lakes and Rivers Section Chief. And part of that is because I know that I get to continue to work with all of you in this room. And that really, really provides me a lot of comfort because I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous about this. But with that in mind, I'm also really excited to be able to announce the 2024 winner of the Professional Service Award, which goes to Tracy Arnold from the Portage County Land and Water.
And I forgot something. I'm supposed to be inviting Dan Buckus up here too to help with the mechanics of handing out this award. So please, Dan Buckus, join me up on the stage to hand the award to Tracy.
Working first for Wood and now Portage counties over the last 17 years, Tracy Arnold exemplifies the ideal of working in partnership for our legacy of lakes and is a deserving recipient of the Excellence in Professional Service Award. Over the last 5 years, she built an incredibly successful lake management and conservation program within Wood County, evidenced by the wide variety of projects, restorations, and educational activities she's implemented. Tracy, a Crew 13 graduate of the Wisconsin Lake Leaders Institute, is the catalyst that brought together Portage County's lake and stream organizations to share information about projects, successes, and issues facing the county's waters, eventually coalescing into the Portage County Lakes and Rivers Group. She enhanced accessibility to education about county water issues even further by launching a social media presence for Portage County Lakes and Rivers on Facebook, garnering over 440 resident and organizational followers of this important access point of information. Because of Tracy's support of statewide programs, Portage County benefits from data collected on numerous lakes through the Citizen Lake Monitoring Network. And she is a vocal advocate for the Healthy Lakes and Rivers program, helping to install over 37 native shoreline plantings on 9 different water bodies on over 12,900 square feet of shoreline. Finally, Tracy's passion for education comes through in her work providing presentations on the importance of native plants and shorelines to student groups, even working with students to install rain gardens and native plantings. One supporter of her nomination summed it up best, stating, "Tracy's contributions have not only left a lasting positive impact on our local lake, but have also inspired others to take an active role in preserving our natural heritage." Congratulations to Tracy Arnold for this well-deserved award.
I don't know how you guys found that many pictures of me. I hate being in pictures. I honestly don't know how I'm in this category with people, like, seriously. Whew. The residents are the best part of my job. Without them, I'm just a lot of hot air, I talk a lot. I'd like to thank my husband and my kids for putting up with all of my crazy hours because I don't ever stop. Even if I should, I don't. In the workshop on Wednesday, I had one of the participants say, "Is there a Tracy in every county?" And the thought terrified me. I'm like, we don't need 72 of me. Like, whoa. But the county conservation staff is one of the best people, the group to be in. So thank you to all the county conservation staff that I ask all the dumb questions to. I appreciate it. And then my Portage County crew. Whew. It's been quite a ride the last 5 years, but there is a wall of support with them that you will not find anywhere else, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Distracted little conversation, side conversation. The next award is for excellence in public engagement, and we are happy to present the award to Jeff Meisman.
Following a career in engineering and management, Jeff Meisman retired to the waters of northern Vilas County, where he now takes on issues facing not just his own lake, but those of lakes throughout the Northwoods and the entire state. From his efforts on his own lake to bringing to light the impacts of wake sports on lakes throughout Wisconsin, and then helping local groups work towards solutions on a local and statewide level, Jeff exemplifies the spirit of the Excellence in Public Engagement Award. Locally, Jeff is a committed volunteer to McCullough Lake through active participation in Clean Boats, Clean Waters, the Citizen Lake Monitoring Network, and as an island steward for the 2 islands in the lake. Jeff even conducts trail hikes into old-growth forests as a volunteer with the Natural Resources Foundation of Wisconsin and maintains 6 miles of walking trails on a private natural preserve in his community. Jeff expanded his impact even further, however, by becoming a director for the Last Wilderness Alliance, a Presque Isle-based organization that advocates to protect the natural resources of the Northwoods, becoming chair of their Hazardous Wakes Task Force. In his role, Jeff educates Wisconsinites about the environmental and safety hazards of wake sports, giving over 40 presentations in the North and beyond over the last couple of years. He also serves as an advocate for local wake sports ordinances, with many communities having enacted or in the process of drafting local wake regulations. Jeff is also an avid muskie fisherman, designing many of his own lures. One such lure, dubbed the Forecaster, was so named as it caught a muskie on only its 4th cast. Jeff's work is guided by his commitment to sound environmental practices, education, strategic collaborations and alliances, a clean and healthy natural environment, and fact and data-driven decision-making. Congratulations, Jeff, on receiving this well-deserved award. Wisconsin's lakes will all benefit from your efforts.
Well, thank you very much. That was a very nice presentation. First, I'd like to thank Mike Strybey for nominating me for this award. Second, I'd like to thank Wisconsin Lakes, the Extension Lakes program at UW-Stevens Point, and the Department of Natural Resources for selecting me for this honor. I'm really privileged and thank you for that. I'm an advocate for wake surfing regulations. I would like to acknowledge Last Wilderness Alliance for establishing an organization with people as passionate as I am about protecting our lakes. I've never worked with a group that has so much intellect, talent, energy, and political connections as the Last Wilderness Alliance Hazardous Wake Team. I'd like to have them please stand up now so we can acknowledge them. Thank you. I'm truly thankful that our state has Wisconsin Conservation Congress citizen resolutions where citizens can weigh in on things like management of our natural resources. It's really a privilege to have that in our state. We have a battle. Currently, Wisconsin is ground zero struggle to regulate wake surfing. The wake surfing industry is focusing on Wisconsin because of the high density lakes. Wisconsin is one of the few states allowing municipalities to regulate their own lakes. Dozens of individuals, towns are working on their own ordinances. We, meaning all of our organizations, must support that effort. Implementing wake surfing regulations is not insurmountable. I'm confident we could find a solution that would allow this activity to continue and still protect our lakes. However, when you include the gigantic billion-dollar boating industry with deep pockets and way better political connections, we have a major obstacle to overcome. Economic power means political power. And so I read, and David put his hand in the bag and took out a stone and slung it. And it struck the Philistine on the head, and he fell to the ground. For the sake of our lakes, we must persevere. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Jeff Meisman. The next award is for excellence in building partnerships. And we are happy to present the Lake Stewardship Excellence in Building Partnerships Award to Carrie Ramsa and the Pelican Lake Association.
This year's winner of the Excellence in Building Partnerships Award is Carrie Ramsa for his work with the Pelican Lake Association. The PLA's nomination of Carrie was entitled From Near Implosion to Thriving, which, as you'll see, is an apt title and why Carrie is such a deserving recipient of this award. Following a successful career in the forest products industry, where he learned about building well-functioning teams and partner building, Carrie and his wife moved to Pelican Lake in Oneida County. He took over as president of the Lake Association in 2022 at a time when it had lost focus and the organization was losing membership. Leading the board to work with its members as partners, the organization expanded its membership by over 30% in just 2 years, while raising 4 times the funds. Partnership building has become part of PLA's philosophy. Carrie fostered partnerships with local governments, state agencies, the Mole Lake Tribe, and local businesses, including bar and restaurant owners. These businesses now support the PLA by purchasing ads in the annual newsletter and donating to the annual fundraiser, as well as co-sponsoring other fundraising events. Building bridges with the Mole Lake Tribe, Carrie arranged for a tour of the tribal fish hatchery and is helping the tribe pursue its goal of establishing a fisheries research station on the lake. The tribe annually awards funds to the association for lake preservation and aquatic invasive species control efforts. Together with the local high school, PLA created a scholarship program for students interested in pursuing a career related to natural resources as it impacts water quality. The PLA board wrote, Carrie has breathed new life into the PLA, revitalizing the stature of the association to a level beyond anyone's imagination. Carrie's relationship building has proven the PLA can be more effective by working as partners in the community and creating win-win situations for all involved. While greatly appreciative of the award, Carrie made it clear that success depends on great team members, of which PLA has many. There is not enough time to cover all of Carrie's accomplishments, so with this, all we can say is congratulations, Carrie. We can only hope that your example inspires more folks to step forward and help other lake organizations thrive.
I'd like to thank everyone for attending the Lakes Conference. It's a great group. This is a great honor. Our association has accomplished a lot. Not one person can make this happen. It takes a total group effort. There's a lot. I watched the video and a lot has happened. And sometimes you forget about what's happened and you're focused on where we're going. And I'd like to take a few seconds to thank some folks and try to make it as short as possible. First off, I'd like to thank Wisconsin Lakes and Rivers for having this convention. This is my 3rd year here. I truly enjoy it. I enjoy the people I meet, the contacts, and everyone. Especially like to thank the members of the Pelican Lake Association Board and membership that are here tonight. If you'd please stand. Without their hard work, and I've got a lot of mentoring for those folks, without their hard work, this couldn't be accomplished. My wife is there. Without her support, I couldn't do what I do. Thank you, Suzanne. We have a lot of support in Oneida County. We're located in Oneida County. We have a 3,500 acre lake. And we get a lot of support from the county. AIS Director Stephanie, and I know Stephanie's here. Thank you, Stephanie, so much. Scott Van Angren, we really appreciate your guidance, and we've got a lot of work ahead of us. It's good to have met you. We have a community that supports us. It's taken a lot of effort. We've grown our membership from mid 200s to 400. It's been a heck of an accomplishment. It's taken a lot of time to talk to a lot of people, but our community, businesses and local communities have supported us tremendously. We're getting to the end here, and I just want to thank a couple of contractors that do work for us, that have helped us, guide us in some of our future issues on the lake. I'd like to thank Onterra for writing our 10-year plan and giving us great guidance. And I'd also like to thank APM for their fine work they do on our lake. And most of all, thank all of you for what you do in Wisconsin to make this a better place to recreate. Thank you.
Thanks for all you do, Carrie. Our next award category is for Programmatic Excellence for Lake Health. Tonight, we are recognizing the Big Doctor Lake Association for this award. Please join us in watching a short video about their work.
Founded in 2006, Big Doctor Lake Association counts all 26 property owners on the lake as its members. Initially created to build community and learn about the lake, the group went on to swiftly implement efforts with Clean Boats, Clean Waters, Healthy Lakes and Rivers, and the Citizen Lake Monitoring Network. It is the commitment to quickly bring this level of work to the lake that sets this relatively small association apart from the field, and is why Big Doctor Lake Association is this year's winner of the Programmatic Excellence in Lake Health Award. The lake itself is a shallow 220-acre water body in Marinette County, just northwest of the village of Siren. Algal blooms hampered recreation on the lake and indicated suffering water quality. And so the association embarked on a partnership with the Wisconsin DNR, the county, UW-Stout, and the village of Siren to work to mitigate the problem. After developing a lake management plan, the partnership attacked the root causes of the blooms holistically, using a large-scale alum treatment to control the phosphorus, upgrading the local wastewater treatment plant, and working with local shoreline property owners to reduce runoff through sustainable development practices. The association works to control aquatic invasive species on the lake by taking a long-term approach rather than rush in with annual treatments. And its members make it a priority to work with the young people of the community to understand their role and responsibility to protect and preserve the lake and surrounding natural resources for the benefit of the entire Siren community. In his letter of support, Brad Morris, a teacher at Siren High School, said, "As a teacher and a former AIS coordinator, I can honestly say this lake association has a compassion for improving the lake quality and overall ecology of the lake and surrounding area. It has been a pleasure to work with this group. Congratulations, Big Dr. Lake Association, on your Lake Stewardship Award for Programmatic Excellence in Lake Health. Thank you for your efforts, and please keep up the great work.
Come on over. Yes, so we invite Peggy Sherman and Jay Gutenkoff to accept this award on behalf of Big Dr. Lake Association.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Peggy Sherman, and I'm the president of Big Dr. Lake Association, and this is Jay Gutenkoff, my husband, and he's also a member of the board. And Big Dr. Lake is deceptively named because it's anything but big. It is a 212-acre lake that is 9 feet deep at its deepest. Probably this summer, it's gonna be more like 6 feet deep at its deepest. And we've got about, well, I thought it was 24 cabins, but they just said 26. I'll believe what they said. Yeah, we have accomplished so much. This outstanding award is a testament to all the hard work that's been poured into improving our lake. And I want to thank everybody that's contributed. Made some notes here who I want to make sure that I thank the Siren Village Board for acknowledging their responsibility. Dave Ferris and Emily Moore of Marinette County Land and Water Conservation. Thank you, Cheryl Clemens of Harmony Environmental. Of course, the Lakes and Rivers Conference for planning this wonderful, outstanding conference, and all of our board members and property owners who contributed. I'm so blessed to be surrounded by the most amazing people who support each other. Our work has only begun, and on behalf of all of the members of the Big Dr. Lake Association, thank you so much.
Congratulations again to Big Dr. Lake Association, and congratulations to all the award winners and nominees. Please. Oh, I hit the button. Please join me once more in recognizing the hard work of all the folks we recognize today. So I'd just like to close by saying that we have the nominations for the 2025 Lake Stewardship Awards and the 2024 Stream Monitoring Awards are open already. And so make sure you start thinking about who to nominate for the award next year. And just a few reminders, if you haven't already, please be sure to stop by the memory wall. This is our way of recognizing staff and volunteers who couldn't be with us today, who you may want to remember and send wishes that they were here. Award winners, please remember to come alongside the stage over here for group photos in just a moment. And I just want to say thank you for joining us tonight. And thanks to all of those who helped this event to run so smoothly. Also, a huge thanks to anyone and everyone who work in so many ways to protect our legacy of lakes and streams. Most are never formally recognized, but they all deserve our thanks. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of your night.